Okay, so let me give you a little rundown. I apologize for the noise. It's currently raining out over here, and it's starting to pick up through that time lapse. But to give you a little idea of what I do for work, is that I'm working in my professor's lab, right? And we do a lot of things with Spartina, which is this, basically marsh grass. It's used for shoreline stabilization, but also the big thing is we work with is mangroves. So we have mangroves here. These are seedlings, usually about 1.5 feet tall. They're just starting to grow, and we've collected I think, if I remember correctly, 1,001 mangroves through the beginning of May when we started working from local high schools within like a 1-hour distance. So we collected these seedlings over here and we transplant them into these tubs, and we fill them about halfway with water. And the point of that is because mangroves love water. If you put them in water when the seedlings, and they grow, and they'll start growing, they need water to survive because they live in the marine environment, and they're submerged from high tide to low tide, depending on what kind of species of mangrove it is. But the point is to get halfway filled, and once you start getting bigger, we will move them, and I'll show you in a second. I got to go out there and start watering out there, but even though it's coming down like no other. But most of them should be filled out there. Again, I'll explain that in a second. So all around through here, you have baby mangroves that are growing in these tubs, usually in bigger pots, so they can get more water. Then this is just a greenhouse in the area in here. This is just the initial seedlings and a little bit of Spartina that we have in the beginning up here in the front. But now I have the luxury of going out in these conditions and seeing which tubs need to get filled and which ones don't. So I'll be right back and I'll explain that portion too. So what we're coming through here is called the deer fence. And out here is that it is primarily mangroves that have been out and been transplanted for a few months now. They're kind of just out here. We got bigger tubs, smaller tubs. It's just basically to house as many mangroves as we can. So, and we also have more Spartina out here, right over here. We got Spartina, we have baby mangroves, and you can see when we fill these tubs out here, we fill them up all the way. Since these guys they need a boatload more water. And these ones will eventually have enough growth and root ball growth inside of them. The big thing is we're looking for is the root ball. It's not necessarily the height of the mangrove, it's about how much root mass that they have so that they can be anchored into the substrate when we go to do restoration. So these things are the root ball mass is the most critical portion, but also in terms is that they can, the way we will do it, and I'll do a little demonstration right here, just on the ground, just on a little path, is that we'll have Spartina in the front, basically by where the most wave action is going to be, so where the tide's coming in the most in the beginning. Then behind it will be the mangroves, and that's just for ease for stabilization, because you want the smaller stuff in the front. And they also, the Spartina loves water. They also eat water like it's nothing. But I have to walk around here and see which ones need to be filled and which ones don't. And usually these tubs, they don't get filled all the way. They usually get filled to about here or so, because there's going to be a little plug, which if I can find one, there's going to be a little over here. There's going to be a little plug that you can see, and it's just going to, it'll just drain out the excess water. So I'm going to go around, see which ones need to get filled. I'm going to fill them up real quick. Then it's time to head on home because it's Memorial Day weekend. Oh, woo! Just got out of there before the real thunderstorm comes in. I can see it coming in over there, coming in towards from the old dorm rooms, and it's a nasty one. Woo! Goodness. Alrighty, well, that concludes that portion of what we do. So usually we water mangroves every other day except for on the weekend. So I'm on Fridays, my other colleagues there Monday, Wednesday. Then there's like seagrass tubs in there that I didn't show, but that there's monitoring that goes on with that every single day. But I'm gonna go ahead, I gotta get some I gotta get some B-roll footage for the beginning of the video, so that's gonna be fun. Right when the thunder's getting closer, their distance between each other, between claps are shortening up. So I'm about to head home. It's getting humid as hell in here, so I'm gonna head on home. Probably got about a 2-hour drive to head home, but like I said, it's Memorial Day weekend, so gonna enjoy it a little bit. So I'll see you all back in St. Augustine. Ah, baby. Currently July something, I don't even know, but we are now in Canada. The last time you saw that clip was like in May or June and it's now July. It's July 11th and well, we just landed in Calgary last night. We got in here around my mom and I, we got in here around probably 9:30 after we got our bags and everything. And I got all situated in the hotel, but to come over here, right across the way is the Calgary International Airport. I believe this is actually on the international side of the terminal, I believe we flew in right over here. Yeah, I can see the WestJets. Those are ones that took us from Atlanta. But I don't know if you guys can see all the way in the background over there. All the way in the background is actually the city of Calgary. And I'll be heading there probably about in a few hours because the rodeo, the Calgary Stampede, starts at 1:30, I want to say. Let's see, it's 10 o'clock right now. Yeah, it starts at 1:30. So I'll probably be heading there in a few hours. I'm gonna go down in the hotel and grab a quick lift. There's like a cable machine and a few dumbbells, but they're all in kilograms, so I'm gonna have to use my brain to figure out the conversions. But so far from what I've seen from the air at Calgary, it seems pretty nice. It's very it's all like, it's primarily farmland from what I've seen from the air, which is gorgeous. I love farmland. I love the country like that. And just driving around out here last night, I mean, hell, it was probably 10 o'clock at night, and it was still bright as day out here. Not bright, but it was getting dark, but it's gorgeous out here. It's open prairie, things like that, gorgeous. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go down to the gym. I don't have my post-workout or pre-workout or anything, like what whey or any of that crap. So I'm rocking with some good old coffee right now, as some pre. So I'm gonna go ahead. Canada is pretty freaking beautiful. Alberta, at least, the only part I've been to, but Canada is pretty nice. Driving around right now, the rodeo footage I got last night was not honestly pretty good, so I'm currently just driving around, exploring Canada a little bit, taking a lot of the back roads around here, which is pretty cool. It's very hilly, very different than Florida, very different. A lot of hills and a lot more like spruce trees and stuff. Florida's just flat. It's gorgeous out here. But tonight I'm definitely gonna try to get better footage. I don't know how well it is. If it looks good, I'll leave it in the video, but I am not quite sure. So we shall see. I just had to take a second. I've been driving on the back roads, but y'all just have to see this. This place is Canada, man. So gorgeous. Seriously, we don't have this in Florida. Everywhere around here, just look at this. I don't know if the camera can do it justice or not, but you got black Angus cows, you got hills everywhere as far as the eye can see on the dirt road. This place is absolutely gorgeous. I think, let's say Alberta's like the Texas of Canada, and I 100% agree. I mean, this place is so gorgeous.